We thank you for joining us here, ladies and gentlemen, for Spirit Pro Wrestling Raw, as we are set for this championship match for the tag team titles. And Jakara and Lash set for their first title defense. I'm surprised it even took them this long to get a championship opportunity. But they are here tonight, and they are ready to face the champions. And make their way down, of course. This is the Raw before the Royal Rumble event that takes place on Friday, January 30th. I believe I'd gotten my my thing right. I'm not really sure. But of course, this is the first time that this match is being commentated by, yours truly. I've, done some commentating here there in the past. I've done my own content creation as well. But tonight, Jakara and Lash got this opportunity after challenging the champions backstage, and it has led us up to this point. And it looks like the party is set in stone for Kayden Carter and Katana Chance. So far, they are pretty dominant tag team champions. They came into this run when they first defeated Tamina and Sonya Deville. This was back around September or October. They had beaten them, and a lot of people seemed to really doubt them during their title run, or initially when they first won it. But this time, they have shown us that pretty much there is no doubting them, as they have gone through some adversity, and tonight this is their first tag team title defense away from the Queen's Court, as they are set to face the Meta Girls tonight.
The following contest is a tag team match set for one fall and is for the WWE Women's Tag Team Championship. Introducing the challengers, Jakara Jackson and Lash legend Meta 4. And their opponents, the WWE Women's Tag Team Champions, Kayden Carter and Katana Chance, the Spitfire Warriors.
And of course, our referee setting up this matchup tonight, as this is the go-home show before the Royal Rumble, and the champions look to head into this match with some momentum. As the referee holds those women's tag team championships that are up for grabs, with the defending champs, the Spitfire Warriors, heading into this matchup with 33 days into their title run. The bell rings. It looks like they're going for a collar and elbow tie up here. Kayden Carter went for a punch, but Jakara counters. Irish whip into the ropes there. Went for a punch, but it looks like Hayden's got a trick up her sleeve here real quick, and goes for the punch there in the corner. And now looks to drag her down even more, looking to get some early momentum into this thing, and runs into the ropes, but it seems like she missed that cue there. Jakara, of course, I feel like Jakara and Lash are definitely the dark horses in this matchup. A lot of people don't really expect them to win this matchup, especially since they haven't really been shown very prominently on Raw. But tonight, they look to make a shocking upset. They look to win their first set of championships in their career, as Kayden Carter Irish whips into the corner and tags in our partner. You see there, just perfect tag team chemistry between the two. Excellent execution there by Katana Chance, as ref goes for the cover and a kick out there. And Lash Legend, she holds a major advantage in this as well. I mean, she is essentially the powerhouse of the group. A lot of the other women in this matchup are more more in the athleticism side of things as Chikara goes for a quick roll up there, but a kick out there by Kaden. Sorry, Katana Chance. Another punch by Chikara. It seems like they are taking the lead so far in this thing, and plants her face onto the mat. And Chikara right now goes into and makes the tag to her partner, Lash Legend. Set. Oh, and it seems like we missed the kick there, but right now Kaden Carter watching along as our partner is making the onslaught there onto Lash Legend. And gets her back up, and of course one of the things that makes Katana so brilliant in the ring is her acrobatics. And she Irish whips her into the rope there, but it seems like Lash Legend countered. Gets her up onto her shoulders. Looks like she's got something else in mind, and Lash Legend's strategy in this thing is pretty much just keep her competitor down here pretty much. She knows that a lot of Katana's advantage is flying and pretty much using her acrobatics and moving around the place, but Lash, the more that she can ground her, the more of an advantage that she has. But Lash Legend going up here to the top, and looks like she missed that cue there as Katana Chance. I don't know. Both of them have Casey on them. Mix them up. And it seems there, Katana Chance goes for that miss, goes for the cover here. Looks to finish this thing early, and a kick out there by Lash. And of course, we do have a star-studded pay-per-view event will be taking place at the Royal Rumble next Friday. But right now, I'll get to that later as Lash looked to fly, and holy crap, she just face-planted in the outside. And it seems Katana wasted little to no time going right after Chikara, and looks like she might suicide dive to the outside, but I guess she just decided on going a different route. Instead makes the tag to Kaden. She understands that she wants to keep as much of her stamina in her arsenal as she possibly can. But Kaden Carter still at 100% in this matchup as she makes the tag once again to her partner. And that's the strategy with these kinds of matches, is you've got to have a fresh opponent in this thing, which is why Lash made the tag to Chikara into that drop kick there to Katana. And Lash Legend going to be out for a while there, but like I was mentioning earlier, one of the best strategies you can do is pretty much just do not have anybody wore out as much as possible. You want to get consistent tags, and you want to get the freshest opponent in the match as possible. As Kaden Carter looks to go from the outside into Chikara and looks to celebrate here with the crowd. And they're definitely going to pop some champagne bottles if they're able to defend the titles here tonight. Another Irish whip, and then just drags her into that barricade. Doing a lot of damage there to Chikara. You can see that she's in the red. Tries to Irish whip her back in there, but to no success. Kaden Carter right now she's trying to figure out what she's trying to do here. Trying to implement her game plan, so to speak. But instead, Chikara looks to reverse it and gets back in the ring. Goes for another grapple and now drags her into the corner. Right now, Chikara Jackson just vicious attack there onto the champion. And like I was mentioning, Kaden and Katana pretty much have surprised a lot of people with their tag team title run. And oh my god, what a cutter there by Chikara. Goes for the cover here. I think she might be able to finish her off here in the cover, and a kick out there by the champ. And you can tell there Chikara is starting to grow more confidence as the match progresses. She makes the tag to her powerhouse of a partner, Lash Legend. And now gets her up and slams her into the mat there, but instead got her with a backbreaker. Goes for the cover here. Do we have new tag team champions? We're gonna crown in a kick out here tonight by Kaden. And right now, Lash Legend just taking the fight as much as possible, looking to ground and pound, but it looks like here Kaden Carter has a trick up her sleeve into the schoolboy, and a kick out there by Lash. Another stiff kick there. I mean, Kaden's strategy right now is keep the bigger woman down in Lash Legend. A lot of her momentum and a lot of her strategy is getting as many stiff attacks as possible, and Kaden Carter knows that she's quicker in the ring and is going to take that to her advantage. He goes for another multiple punch there into the drop kick. And right now, Kaden Carter looks to tag herself out of this matchup and leave her partner fresh in the match. Went for that kick there, but great counter there by Lash. And now once again picks her up and throws her out of the other side of the ring. And Lash Legend once again, very great tags, keeping the competitors pretty much fresh in this matchup. As once again Kaden with another drop kick there. And now she heads up to the top looking to finish this thing early, possibly with her signature. And oh my goodness, that looked like a Phoenix splash there into the cover. Once again, the champs are going to still continue this matchup as Lash breaks it up. And it seems like Katana Chance has already grown frustrated and got Lash out of the ring here. And gets Jakara up to her feet. Could she possibly finish her off here in this matchup? But instead, Jakara countered. It looks like she was going for the tag team finish here, but instead Jakara got her. Is this it? Do we have new tag team champs? And a kick out there by Katana. And you can tell that that was a very close near fall as Kaden Carter, she was almost a split second away. She pretty much was just deciding of whether she should go for the break or not. And that's how you could pretty much just tell as Jakara just goes for some stiff punches, showing off to the crowd here tonight that she does not take the champions seriously. And once again, another Irish whip into the corner there to Lash Legend. Makes the tag, and now the double team. As Lash, stiff kick there into the corner to Katana. What a vicious set of punches and slaps onto the champion. And Lash Legend once again with the advantage here. And she heads up to the middle rope, and another splash there out of the back of Katana. And I think pretty much right now everything's going well in Lash's favor, and there you could see a bicycle kick. Gets her up, and once again into the ropes, and there it is, going for the damn neck there of Katana. Another kick there by Lash. My goodness, right now she's just getting as many stiff attacks as she can as Lash looks to finish her off here for good. As you can see here, Lash Legend gets it, Katana right where she wants her. I don't understand why she's not going for the finish here. I think she's aware that Kaden Carter is ready to break up the pinfall as soon as she attempts it, and Lash said, you know what, screw it. Let's attempt it. Let's try to win the titles, and a kick out there by Katana. What? Pretty good matchup here so far as Katana goes for the roll-up, and my goodness, she tried to go for a sneak attack there on Lash, but you see her gloating to the crowd, letting everybody know that her legs are the most powerful weapon in her arsenal as she gets Katana up to her feet once again. Looks like she's setting up for a power bomb, but Katana looking to escape out of it. You can already see some red in her forehead there. She's already been busted open earlier from the match. Getting her up to her feet, one of the biggest targets she's got to get eliminated is Lash Legend. And once again gets her up to her feet. And another Hurricanrana onto the challenger. And Katana Chance, she's still resilient. She's still fighting as she sets up for another Phoenix Splash onto Lash. But is she going to go for the finish here? And it seems like she's not done with her yet as she throws her into the corner. And once again, the champs look to finish this off here as Lash Legend is in trouble, having her partner Jakara watch as this could be the beginning of the end. But instead, it seems like Kaden Carter's playing the smart game and getting rid of Jakara here. Unable to break up the pinfall, and this could be it. Kaden Carter looks to retain the titles for her team, and a kick out there by Lash Legend. I think it's going to take way more than that, though, to put her away in this matchup. As Kaden Carter once again, oh my god, a vicious slam to the mat. Into the cover, is this it? Can she retain the titles? And another kick out there by Lash. It was a pretty smart strategy, I will say, on both of the champs' end to get rid of Jakara, and right now they just attempted to do so again and just keep one woman singled out in this bout. That way anybody that tries to break up this count, well, nobody's going to be able to. The Lash Legend still standing on her feet as Kaden Carter goes for another double team. And I think the best strategy that they've got for this is just use both of these women to take out Lash Legend as much as they can, considering being the bigger competitor. And another frog splash there by Katana into the cover, and a break there by Jakara Jackson. And that's the issue that they faced earlier, was that Jakara Jackson, this time she's able to break up the pinfall. And Lash Legend, now she's got some help in her corner, makes the tag to her partner, and Jakara looks to get Katana up and out of the corner with a stomp there by the challenger. And going for the cover here, you see that she pins her away from the champ's corner, and a kick out there by Kaden. Or a kick out by Katana, sorry. Right now, she's just pretty much deciding what the hell she's going to do. She rolls her out of the ring, takes out Kaden Carter there, and now there's an outside brawl between Katana and Lash. Hurricanrana onto the mat, and Jakara Jackson looks to get that momentum as she goes into the schoolgirl here for the cover. Is that set? Do we have new tag team champions into the cover? And a kick out there by Katana as both women back up on their feet. This is a very great matchup to kick off the Raw before the Royal Rumble. And right now, Katana Chance taking every advantage that she's got in her arsenal right now as she tries to drag her into the corner there. Gets her where she wants her, and now you see those vicious slaps once again, and elbows and forearms and stomps, just anything to keep her down as much as possible. And she might believe that this might be it here. Goes for the cover, and again a kick out here by the challenger. And you can start to see as these tag teams start getting into the deeper waters of this matchup, you can tell that they're pulling a lot more out of their moveset. And as she's got Jakara down, it doesn't look like she's done though, as Jakara has tried so many attempts at this point to at least get a sneak roll up here and a kick out once again. I don't know how much of this is going to last very long, as it looks like both teams seem to be tired and worn out here. Another kick, but it seemed like Jakara countered by just stepping over it. And another vicious set of reversals. Katana and Jakara just going back and forth between the two. Irish whips her into the corner once again. Great counter there by Katana. Great athleticism by the two. As once again she takes out Lash Legend there. Unable for Jakara to tag in her partner. And this could leave an opening for Katana to finish the matchup here, as she's got her in the corner right where she wants her. Kaden Carter set to fly from the top. Almost 10-20 feet in the air from up where she's about to jump, and plants her onto the mat. And once again, Kaden Carter going for another attack, this time getting Lash Legend stunned to the outside. Jakara Jackson looks to be in trouble, as we've got still a tag champ, but instead we get a kick out by Jakara. Great, excellent bout between the two so far, and a strong super kick there by the champion. And once again, it seems like Katana back into the fray. She looks to still want to keep going. It doesn't seem like she even wants to be out of this matchup at all, as she goes once again for another Phoenix Splash into the cover once more. This time Lash Legend's able to break up the count and ended up accidentally hitting the referee as a oh my goodness. And instead, you know what, Katana instead gave her karma and went after Lash. And Katana Chance tried going for a finish there, but instead it seems like Jakara is going to try to use the ropes. Sneaky move here by Jakara to win the titles, and a kick out though by Katana. And once again into the cutter, Katana in big trouble here. Kaden Carter is watching along as her partner has got nowhere to go here at the moment, especially since Lash is back in the corner. And another set of reversals into the DDT there by Jackson. And another tag once more by Carter, now into this matchup. Great execution there. And then forearm there for Jakara. And you can see Kaden Carter there hyping up the crowd, and Jakara said, you know what, I'm going to make a hot tag to Lash, but instead Kaden said, you know what, you'll get a forearm as well. And gets her right back up. Kaden Carter's got all the momentum she needs at the moment as Lash Legend sets up for a, oh my goodness, and it looked like a power slam there instead of spinebuster, and another kick there by Katana. He lifted her up into a chokeslam execution and ended up power bombing her to try to finish off the matchup, to get as much air as possible, get as much height, get more damage into Carter here. And with a grapple into the, looked like she tried to get her into the corner though, but instead Kaden Carter, understanding and high ring IQ, aware that you've always got to watch your surroundings. But Lash Legend used those few seconds that Kaden was distracted as a way to take advantage into this matchup. Another stomp here, but instead it seems like Kaden countered. And Lash Legend looks like she was trying to go for a scoop slam here, but instead Kaden Carter countered once more. Gets her back up to her feet though, and instead Lash going back and forth. Excellent bout between these two tag teams, all to call themselves tag team champions as she goes for the cover once more. Lash Legend looking to win the titles for her team, and instead we get a kick out once again by Kaden Carter. I don't know how much more it's going to take out of these two. And once again, another reversal there by Kaden Carter into another forearm. At this point, she's trying to spam it as much as she can, as she's got Lash where she's got her stunned into the ropes here, but instead Lash ended up giving her a piece of her own medicine and gets the champ back up to her feet as she sets up for another choke slam, but instead Kaden Carter countered, gets her up on her shoulders, and gets her down onto the mat. Into the cover here once more. Jakara instead breaking up the count, saving her partner in the fray as she makes the tag here to Katana Chance once more, who has already been bloodied and busted open into this matchup in the earlier bout. But instead she's going to go in and focus on Jakara, as she now knows that Lash Legend isn't going to last very long in this matchup. Goes for another one in a 450. Cover once more as the champions look and have retained the titles. What a matchup that was, ladies and gentlemen. You can see in the replay there, Kaden Carter pretty much threw everything that she had into her opponent, and you see that excellent double team sequence by the champions, and there's a reason why they have such great chemistry together, and that translates into their matchups. And you could see there throughout the matchup, Lash Legend and Jakara definitely had some struggles here and there, but the biggest way that they were able to take out Lash Legend was just having two women go up on her and pretty much attack and target her. You see that sequence earlier as well when Jakara was in trouble, and once more when Jakara tried to get the pinfall using the ropes and went for that cutter instead. And Lash Legend earlier as well faced an onslaught there and went for that good boot onto the champion. We thought this was it, and we thought we were going to crown new tag team champions, but that instead ended up changing as the champ Katana Chance went for that 450, and that was all she wrote as the champions retained their title
Here are your
tonight.
winners, and still WWE Women's Tag Team Champions, Katana Chance and Kaden Carter, the Spitfire Warriors.
And we thank you for joining us here tonight. Of course, we've still got our SmackDown episode taking place with Damian Priest defending against Santos Escobar. We will see you then, and we thank you for joining us.